You know what time it is. You know I have to start off with a smile every single time. That's what I do. Happy Winning Wednesday, everybody. All the kings and queens, happy Winning Wednesday. Hopefully you won today. You accomplished some things today. You got some goals fulfilled today. So happy to be here and talk about some investing. Yes. Tax season. Everybody is excited about tax season, right? Listen, I used to do the same thing everybody usually does, with the tax returns. But today we're going to talk about some ways that you can help that money grow because it's one of the some people that's the most money they see at one time in a year. So let's talk about it. My name is Toria Howard. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I reside in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a former educator and girls basketball coach for 15 years. Now I educate people on real estate and financial literacy. I had a very good day today. How was your day? Drop it in the comments. How was your day today? Shout out to you if you had a birthday today. Happy birthday if your birthday's today. Happy entrepreneur if you launched your business today. Happy entrepreneur launch. Whatever we celebrating life. All right. So regardless of the fact, it's something to celebrate because you're here, you're alive, you're breathing. So hey, it's always something to celebrate. So like I said, talking about investing. I know it's not sexy, right? Investing not as sexy. You know what I used to like to do? You know, when I used to get that large tax return, I would pay some bills off, but I sure would go to the mall with it. And I would buy all that I want to buy. Anytime I got a large sum of money, I would pay some bills off, but I definitely went shopping. Because my relationship with money was, I was a spender. I got my spending habits from my mother. Like my dad was very different. My dad, he just didn't never teach me his habits, but he liked finer things. He did buy nice shoes and clothes and things like that. But he knew how to work the system. And he didn't teach me. I really wish he would have, but he didn't. So now I'm learning how to work the system. You have to understand that, people don't think of it as a relationship, right? People don't think of money having a relationship with money, but think about it. In a relationship, excuse me, a relationship changes the way you feel about things, right? When you get into that new relationship, you're warm and fuzzy and loving everything about that person and you feel good about it and you have butterflies and you're smiling all the time, you're glowing, you're talking about the person, all of that. Then when it goes bad, it turns your emotions a different way. Same thing with money. When you have money, you feel good, you look good, you dress well, all of those type of things. But when you don't, it's written all over your body language, your attitude. So you have a relationship with money. You might not think of it in that way, but think about it. Let's let that marinate for a second. You have a relationship with money. What is your relationship with money? How do you feel about money when you have it versus when you don't have it? You feel when you have money, you have a good feeling. You can go out and get the things that you need, that you want, or whatever. But when you don't have money, it makes you feel sad, angry, you know, negative. So you have a relationship with money. That's the first thing that you have to do. So drop a one in the comments if you're watching this live. Drop a two if you're new to my live, and drop a three if you're watching the replay. And I really appreciate it. So let's talk about it. Uh, Sound off in the comments. What is your relationship with money? How do you feel about money when you have it? How do you feel about money when you don't have it? So I would say for me, when I have money, it makes me feel good. So I can go out and get anything that I want in a sense, right? I can go out and do the things that I want to do. I can go spend the money I want to spend and not have a care in the world. Bills are paid, things are going well, all of those different things. Versus when you're living paycheck to paycheck, I've been one of those people. where you're living paycheck to paycheck and all your money just going to bills and you go to the grocery store, you got to put stuff back. Embarrassing. Or you got to make payment arrangements because you don't have enough. You have a relationship with money. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. How you doing today? You have a relationship with money because it makes you have to do different things. It makes you react in different ways. It makes you treat people differently. That's how you know you have a relationship with money. If it's anything that changes the way you think, you feel, and the things that you do, that's a relationship. It's a relationship. And you have to look at it as such. So, what is your relationship with money? How did you learn about money? What was your first instance of how money works? Because that's what you have to explore. You have to get out the money blocks, the mind blocks about money. We hear that money don't grow on trees, and rich people are this and stuck, all of these different things. Rich people are educated. That's what they are. That's the difference. They know more. Generational wealth doesn't come without the generational knowledge. So let's talk about, you know, what you're going to do with your tax refund, right? A lot of people go out and buy things, pay bills, different things like that. But here are some, according to TurboTax, I found an article, 12 things that you can do with your tax return besides just spending it. All right. So you can create an emergency fund. We all need that. So they say you're supposed to have 6 months to a year of your, of your paycheck saved. That's ideal if you can do that. But having some type of savings, because cars break down, you know, children need stuff. Children always need something at the last minute, right? They always got a school project, a school dance, something that's coming up, a field trip tomorrow, all of that type of stuff, right? So send it to savings. But I'm going to talk about that because you don't want to just sit in a bank because you're sitting, letting it just sit in the bank. It's just making more money for the bank, right? So paying off debt. Now, if it's active debt, definitely pay off the debt. Is it something that you want to continue to use? Collections, it's another different story. You don't have to pay collections because I know, yes, 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 yes. Yes, you owed the money. That was your account. But the thing is, if the original creditor sold the debt, you the original creditor doesn't own it anymore. You don't owe the collections agencies. You don't have to pay it. You can dispute it and get it taken off. So be careful and mindful. And if you're going to pay a collection, then make sure that you're paying for deletion, but you have to have it in writing because sometimes you'll pay a collection and it'll still show up on your credit report as a closed account or a zero balance collection. That's still negative. So make sure that you understand that. Fund your retirement. I know you have your 401k, but get with a financial advisor and put more money in a higher yielding account. Look towards the future. Think about what you want to do as far as um, you know, buying different you know, buying a home or different things like that. See the college fund. Now, my dad, I love him to death. Hi, Daniel Burton. He doesn't listen. He doesn't look at social media, but my father had started a college fund for my daughter, and he thought I was gonna be mad about it because he thought because he didn't get her something tangible for Christmas that I was gonna be upset. I said, "No, Father, please, by all means." He was like, "I know I didn't do all this for you, and all of that, but I'm doing it for her. Whatever you do for her, you do it for me. Because guess what? It's gonna be less money out of my pocket." So not only does he have not one life insurance, but two of them, and he's saving money for her every single month. My dad's on a fixed income, so I'm proud of that. So that's something that you can do as well. Invest in the stock market. You can do that, but you need to get with a financial advisor to have the right accounts. I have been dabbling into the stock market a little bit, and I've been doing pretty good picking the stocks that grow. So, but I definitely have a mentor that can help you with that. I am not an expert on that. I just do my research and I educate myself on it. you know, kickstart your career, start your business, prepay your mortgage, and, make home improvements and life insurance. If you don't have life insurance, that's how generational wealth is built. There is life insurance today that can pay you today. There's living benefit life insurance policies. You should have multiple life insurance policies. And using your tax return to do that will, yield you more money in the long run. You could take your life insurance and invest in real estate, invest in the stock market, invest in a business, whatever it is, without any penalty. And the money that's still there is going to continue to grow. Now, I'm not a licensed insurance agent. I know a lot of them, but I know the benefits of having life insurance. So think about the things that you can do to grow that large sum of money instead of spending it frivolously on things that depreciate and nothing that's adding value. You should be using your tax returns to invest in assets because you're having a large sum of money. The best thing to use your tax return is to purchase a home. Yes, I'm a real estate agent, but that's an asset that can pay you. A lot of people have a, you know, champagne taste with a beer budget. Nothing wrong. Look, I love finer things in life, but you have to meet yourself where you are, and don't be ashamed of that. And who cares about what anybody else thinks? Because guess what? They don't have it either, most likely. So buy a home where you are, where your income is. And if you have a problem where your income is, then that's something that you need to address. Start a business, go invest in some special skills. Look, they need all types of all this AI technology coming out. Yeah, everybody should be going out getting some cyber security training so that you can work these high paying jobs that they're going to get rid of the people working in these factories, but they're going to need the people to manage these robots. So you have to think outside the box. Get some more training, invest, or meet yourself where you are. Buy the home that you can afford. Memphis is um, a area that you can buy a home, you know, um, for not as much money. So it's a low barrier of entry. So this is the best place to, buy a home to invest in so that you'll be able to do that. Use your tax return to help it grow, not spend it so that you won't see it no more. Let's get out of buying designer and Jordans and doing those different things. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But those things depreciate in value. Use the large sum of money to invest in something that's going to grow and continue to live and continue to live for generations. That's what you need to use that money for, and keep on letting it grow. So for example, if you pre-qualify, for 160,000, right? 160,000 is really not a lot of money in some places, but here you can still get a decent home for 160,000. Now it might not be in the Colliervilles and the Germantowns, you might be able to find a house in Cordova, a smaller home for that much. Maybe in some of the probably 38134, 38133 areas, 38128 areas as well. Start where you are, because guess what? You buy that home. Buying a home helps you build your credit. You buy the home. It doesn't matter if it's in the hood, okay? Listen, okay? You live in the hood already. You might as well buy in the hood. But, anyway, I know people want a better, you want a better life, but why not make your neighborhood better by paying taxes where you can afford so you can bring back stuff to your community? That's the thing. Start where you are. There, nobody said you had to stay there forever. You buy that starter home, you stay in it for a few years, you can take the equity off of that home and go have a sizable down payment to go put on that bigger home somewhere else, and then use that home as a rental property. So it's making, not only is it making money for you, it's helping you pay your other mortgage. That's how rich people get rich. I should say that's how people get rich. Wealthy people stay wealthy. They use assets to get rich. They do not use their hard or earned money to buy homes, to buy cars, and all these other things. They take their assets and they buy those type of things with. I had a ML Billion. I got a chance to meet him. If you don't know who he is, you can Google him. You can. He has a huge Instagram following. I got a chance to meet him. Yes, he's a billionaire. And he said if his money stays in his account for 7 days, that's old money and you can't spend it. Thank you, Mom. He said, let me say that again. He said, if the money stays in his account 7 days, that's old money. You don't spend old money. You invest old money and you spend the new money because the new money came from the assets. And I thought that was very profound. A lot of people don't even think of it like that. A lot of people, think of it as, money is money, but he put a time on his money. If you think about, you know, what is it? Investing time and money. It's an equation, right? That's how you know how much your money is going to grow. So the longer something sits in somewhere, a regular account is not going to do anything but make the bank more money. But let's talk about some ways that you can grow that money to, after the 7 days, like he says, after the 7 days, this is some ways that you can put that money somewhere else to let it grow. So instead of savings accounts, listen, I can't do no more of the 2 cent a year. Okay. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of the 2 cent a year on these savings accounts. That's a no-go. Now, you need to find higher yielding money market accounts. Now, get with a financial advisor for this so you'll know where to put it. But if you have money that you can take and move somewhere else, instead of saving it in a savings account, put it in a more higher yielding account, something that's going to gain 10%, I would say 8 to 10%, instead of that 0.0020, whatever the 0.01 that they do in the savings account. CDs are a waste of money too. I had a CD for I had a CD for 2 years and it grew like $2. No. So high yielding money market accounts, something that's giving you 8 to 10% of your return is what you need. That's what you use. Certificates of deposits. What is that? Those are CDs, but the only thing about CDs, like I said, it only grow a little bit. It grows a little bit more than a savings account, but I don't suggest neither one of those. This is from Investopedia. That's just my opinion. But credit unions and some online banks. Now you can have multiple bank accounts. You have to, when you're talking about purchasing a home, lenders are looking for reputable banks, those top tier banks, and those credit unions. You can have an online bank, to save your money and to grow your money and invest your money. Right? CD is no. So, but you still have to have, it's nothing wrong with having multiple bank accounts in different places because everybody has different products and you want to be able to take advantage of those products. So think about, American Express has a bank. So they have higher yielding interest accounts as well. Get a high yielding checking account. Now that is based off of your credit. Sometimes it's based off of your credit, but a lot of credit unions have high yielding checking accounts because you're getting money in your account, you're depositing it, and it's not making any money. It's making more money for the bank. So why not make money off of your money out of your checking account, not just on your savings? So you got a high yielding savings account, like a money market account, then you have a high yielding checking account. That money is making money for you and not just sitting there. One of my favorite things, and my mentor told us this, taught us this a few months ago, I would say last year or so, peer-to-peer lending services. You can be your own bank. So take that tax return and be the bank. You can go to certain sites. It's called peer-to-peer lending. They have certain sites. I haven't wrote down in my notes. I'm not going to fiddle through and try to find them. But if you DM me, I can definitely, if you want to know more about that, I can tell you about that. But you can be the bank and let people borrow money from you. So take that money that you were about to spend or whatever you was going to spend it on or whatever, vacation or whatever, and become the bank. You can charge whatever interest you want, according to the guidelines, and you only need $25 to start it. So, and you can give loans to people that can't get loans to the bank from the bank. You become the bank with your own money and charging interest. So think about, if you get somebody, you can have your own criteria, and you know you charge them, 5%, 10% on it, 15% on it. Don't be a predator, but still think about it. If you let your money, the thing is, think about it this way: you're lending your money to the bank anyway. I'm just saying, your money sitting in the bank is, you're lending the bank your money, and they're making money off of it by giving people loans. That's why they don't be wanting you to do so many transactions, and they restrict you and do all of that. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. So why not do it yourself? Hmm. That's a thought. Be your own bank. Peer-to-peer lending. That's what that's called. So there's so many different things and different ways that you can take that large lump sum of money that you're getting from your tax return. Because there's nothing wrong with having a W-2. A W-2 can help if you have a business plus a W-2. You have so many tax advantages. I'm not a tax strategist, but I would know, because I did have a W-2 at one point, and then I had a business, and it helped out a lot. So just be mindful of what you have and get the education. Know about your taxes. Know about your tax bracket. If you're getting a sizable tax return, if you're even getting 5,000, you can invest it. If you're getting 10,000 and 12,000, there is no way that you should be broke. You should be taking at least half of that money and investing it in high yielding accounts, um, life insurance. Life insurance, you have living benefit life insurance policies. You can get a life insurance policy where you can use it right now. It's not nothing that's after death. Of course, the money that's still going to be in there will be used, after you pass away. But why not leave something for your children and your children's children? That's how all those wealthy names that you see, that's how they got rich, off of life insurance. All these business people that do business together, guess what? They get life insurance on their business partners. Because something happens and they pass away, or something like that, they don't want the wife or somebody they don't like to come, or the kid that doesn't know anything, to come and take over the business. So they put parameters in place, and they put a life insurance policy that can buy out that, or and then gain them access to more money to be able to front the cost that they about to the front the cost that they're going to lose. It's so many things that you can do with money, but you have to explore your relationship with money first, because money can work for you. You don't have to work for money, not all the time. And we have to get out of the mindset that in order for you to make money, you got to work for it. Your money can supposed to work for you. It's a tangible thing that can work, just like you. You can put it in a high yielding money market account. You can invest in life insurance that's going to pay you out now. You can invest in, high yielding checking accounts. You can, um, be the bank yourself and do peer to peer lending and charge people interest on the money. It's the same thing as putting it in the bank. You're the bank though. And you're getting those payments. That's residual income that you don't have to work for. So when you're talking about high yielding accounts, think about, getting with a financial manager to do that. I'm not one, I just do research, and I know people that do it. That's all I can tell you. I'm not an expert. I just educate myself, and I do research, and I talk to the people that do it. So, and I talk to the people that have it as well. So, invest in yourself this time around when you talk about your tax return. Stop investing in other people and things. Stop paying off stuff that is not going to come off your credit report. It's not going to help you, because you're wasting money if it does not come off. because then you got to spend more money to try to get it off, and or your credit score is not going to change, and then you have to pay higher interest. Nothing wrong with investing in yourself. That's the best investment. They say that, our people have the highest spending power. Spending power. Spending. Not investing, spending. That needs to change. I know I don't know what you follow on Instagram or Reels or different things like that, but I know that you have seen, those videos of people saying, like, if people had life insurance policies and they affect the money, a lot of this stuff in our community would change. You have to affect the money. Why do you think, we had the Civil Rights Act and all of that? Those people affected the money, the boycotts and all of that stuff, because we have the power. You have to affect the money. And one way you can affect the money is stop spending frivolously on things and on people that don't care about you and is not going to give you a return. Spend the money on things that's going to give you money back. Invest in your credit. Use that as a stream of income. Your credit can be a stream of income. You can go to the top tier banks and get a $15,000 loan and a $15,000 credit card. Use that money to invest in real estate or invest in the stock market or invest in some type of high yielding investment account. They have all types of investment accounts, from crypto to all these different types of things. So it's ways out here for you to make that money twerk instead of you twerking for the money. I'm just saying, you know. So think about changing your mindset about money. It's attainable. Wealth is attainable where you are, where you start. It's all about the education. The education is key. The education is power. The education is money. Because once you learn it, there's no stopping it. You get to apply it. Then go and apply it. Go and apply it. So I hope this is some great information. If it was, I'd love for you to share it. Share it with, people, that need what I just spoke about. I am in the financial literacy space. So if you need help with building or, um, repairing your credit, I would love to help. I would love to serve you. I would love to coach you. And I'm not a guru. I'm just speaking on my experiences and the things that I have, researched and read about, and the people that I've talked to that are doing better than me. It's another thing. Get around people that are doing better than you and stop thinking that they're better than you. You want people to be smarter than you. You want people around that's doing more, because you want to find out how they did it and what you can do to do it, so that you can emulate it, not copy it, emulate it, because it has to work for you. Everybody like, I don't want to copy, but you copy other people. That's not helping you invest. You copy trends. We got to get out of the mindset of, oh, they think they're better because they have this. You think that they're better because they have whatever they have, and you need to find out how they got it. So that's why you should build a relationship with them and know your worth. You're worthy of wealth, but you have to get the knowledge first. You have to change your mindset first. You have to get the discipline first. Understand, it's so much money out here to get. It's so much money that can be obtained. I was just thinking about the money that I've had in my hands over the years. I've had millions of dollars in my hands, from tax refunds, student loan refund checks. I remember I was getting 5-figure refund checks for 3 years at one point. That's 2 a semester. So say, for instance, I was getting 3 to 5 grand back a semester. So that's 6 times I had 3 to 5 grand. 6 times I had 3 to 5 grand What do I have to show for that money? Nothing. I didn't do it. I can't even remember what I did with it. That's the point. Whenever we get a large lump sum of money, we always go out and do things that we never even remember what we did with it. We have to get out of that mindset. I could only imagine if I would have took that 5 grand those 6 times, $30,000. If I would have took $30,000 back in when I was going 2003 to 2007, well, 4 years. Ooh. Well, actually, it was three because like 2003 was like half the year. But I can only imagine what I could have flipped that $30,000 to right now. What I could have had right now if I would have invested in life insurance that can pay me right now. There's life insurance that can, if I would have did put it in a money market account. Just if I would have just put one check in a money market account that's paying me 10%. I want to what is the math? 5,000. That was 2000 and say I got it in 2004. If I took one of those refund checks in 2004, 5,000, that made $10,000. I mean 10% on it. I don't even know what the math is, but 10% of 5,000 is what? 50, right? Right there, right? No, 500. I can't count. Look, not a math guru. That's 500. So every year I would have had 500, right? So what's that, 2004? That's almost 20 years ago. 19 years, I would have got $500. So what's 500 times 19? If you want to say 20, round it up. 5 times 20, you know, it's 100. I could have had 100 grand in one account. More, probably more. I'm probably off a little bit. But just think about it. But think about if I would have took I would have took 10,000 and did it. What if I would have took, because I was living at home. I didn't have no major bills. I had to pay a phone bill. I didn't have a car note because my car was paid off. I had to pay car insurance, but I had a job. So that money was paying that. I could have took that money. If I would have took 10 grand, 20, if I took the whole 30 grand and invested it, I would have been a millionaire by now. 20 years almost. Those of you that are getting refund checks, invest them if you don't have to spend them. Invest them. Flip that money for it to make more money. Because guess what? You got to pay it back anyway. You might as well let it gain some interest. And then guess what? When you got to pay it back, you got the money to pay it back without having to have it boom, bow. And you probably have some extra money on the side. Class is over. As Rob Vincent would say, class is over. I've learned from my mistakes. Listen, and I'm trying to let you know to learn from my mistakes. If you're a young person, you're in school and you have to get student loans and you don't have to use all of it, invest in yourself. Invest in real estate. Invest in high money market accounts. Be the bank. Peer-to-peer loans. I could just think about if I would have known about peer-to-peer loans on a college campus. You know how much money you can make off a college campus doing peer-to-peer loans? All the broke college students? And then let their parents sign the note, because if they can't pay it, guess what? Their parents have to listen. I'm just spitting some game. I'm sorry. Make their parents be a co-signer on it. They don't pay it, guess what? You get it from the parent. If I would have had this knowledge back when I was in college, I would have been banked up right now. Because college was a great experience. I'm not knocking that. But, I could have made a lot more of an investment opportunities out of that money that I had. So I bid you adieu. Class is over. If you need any of my services, I would love to serve you and coach you through it. I am a realtor here in Realtor. Let me stop saying it wrong. Realtor in Memphis, but I can service you all across the United States. I have people. I just talked to somebody in Michigan about helping a young lady So, listen, I know people. Your network is your net worth. And you have to get out there. You have to know people. You got to get around the people that you want to emulate, not copy, emulate. You want the things that they have by learning the strategies that they use to get it. You don't want for them to give you the fish. You want to learn how to fish so that you never be hungry again. If you need help with credit restoration, I would love to coach you in that as well. So y'all have a blessed night. I'm going to enjoy my evening. I have an event tomorrow, so I'm getting prepared for that. Excited about that. I also have an event coming up on February 26th, a networking event at the Supper Club. So if you're in Memphis or in the surrounding areas and you want more information about my event, my networking event in Memphis, February 26th, please reach out to me. You can DM me the word meetup and I'll send you the information. I would love to have you there. So y'all have a blessed night. Oh, I can't stop my video. Bye.